What's the number one thing that all successful people have in common? And this is the result of study after study after study after study. I'm not just making this up. What's the number one thing that successful people in all realms of life and work attribute their success to? Do you know? It's people skills. They're good with people. They know how to get into relationships. They have good communication skills. They like people. And people skills are the most sought after and the highest, most highly valued commodity, if you can call them that, in the whole world. I mean, look at the most successful people you know. In every walk of life, they're terrific with other people. And there's a fundamental and essential skill set that allows you to be good with people. And that's speaking and listening. If you learn to be, let's say, 20% better at speaking and listening than you are now, what impact would that have on your relationships? What impact would that have on your bottom line, on the success of any endeavor that you're doing, in business, on earning more money? If you were better at speaking and listening, what impact would that have with your wife, your kids, your friends, your customers, your prospects, your coworkers, your partners? Just 20%. Just imagine that for a minute. Can you conceive of what that would do? A 20% increase in my skills in speaking and in listening would provide what? What kind of result would I get? And that's the power of speaking and listening. And the cool part is, they are skills. And because they're skills, you can get better at them. Think about riding a bicycle. How did you learn to ride a bicycle? Now, I know that there are people who learned how to ride a bicycle all by themselves. Either they had no one else around, or they were just the kind of person who was a do-it-yourself, John Wayne, Jane Wayne. They went out there and they learned how to ride by themselves. But 99% of all of us learned how to ride a bicycle, which is a skill. We learned how to ride a bicycle with help from someone else, in partnership with someone else. Someone showed us handlebars and how they worked and how to move. They showed us how to climb on a bicycle. They showed us how to pedal, how to stop, which was tremendously important. And they ran along beside us, holding the handlebars and holding the seat, helping us achieve balance until we became bicycle riders, until we grokked that distinction of balance. And that's how you will best learn speaking and listening. It's the same way that you learn to ride a bicycle. And again, please, these are skills that you can develop. And in truth, it's a lifelong learning. You're not just going to go and hit, oh, now I know how to speak. Now I'm a master listener. It's not like that. It's a continual process over time and over a lifetime. But boy, I don't know anyone that's more rewarding in so many ways. If you're in any of the people professions, if you're in any kind of sales, if you're a teacher, a counselor, a preacher, if you're in management, if you're working with people in any way, if you have husbands and wives and children and friends that you associate with, if relationships and partnerships and friendships and developing teams and organizations through leadership, if that's part of what it is you've got to do, there's nothing that will have a greater impact than speaking and listening. And that 20% increase I talked about, what you need to know is it's easy. It's fast. You can learn a couple of things, a number of things, and then practice them. And within a month or two, you can get that 20%. And 20% is minimal. there's a lot more available. Just think what it would be like for you in your life and work, in your contribution, in the way you can make a difference in the world, if you were to really master speaking and listening. And that's possible. That's really possible for you.